Was really good. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with Motor City Lions Talk. You know how we do. A couple more days to Thanksgiving game, man. You know, I used to go to them. You know, I used to work at the Lions Stadium. They just a little bit too wild for me to go, man. A lot going on, but it's a good experience to experience at least one time. But you know, gonna be watching, ready for the reaction right after the game this week. I'm gonna be ready. You know, Sundays had to do some overtime at work, so I've been kicking them off a little late. When I do the reaction late, now I just gonna say the review now. If I drop it a day after, but you know, I got time today. The Free Press, I did a video talking about reacting to what the Free Press said about Amir Abdullah and the Lions, saying the running game won't take off until they cut Amir Abdullah. And the rest of the running backs except for Theoretic. He a good third down back. You don't want to be looking for a primary back and a third down back if you got a third down back like Theoretic. I think he's the best receiving running back in the league. I said it on several occasions. I'm not letting that go, especially a guy, like if you short a receiver or you need somebody to play the slot like Theoretic, I'll plug him right on in, you dig? But, you know, let's just take a trip down memory lane today. A nice little talk. The Lions did draft Jerry Davis in the first round, and he seemed not to be the same player since he got that head injury when Odell Beckham cheap shot at him, you know. And Odell didn't get suspended, but it is what it is. You know, they always treating the Lions, you know, dirty and stuff of that nature. Imagine if Ndamukong Suh would have choked a quarterback like he did with Ryan Mallett. He didn't even get suspended. Imagine if he did that with the Lions. He'd been suspended like 3-4 games. You know what I'm saying? But we know how the league treats the Lions, and you know we used to it now. So we know if we overcome and win a Super Bowl ever, we know we overcame the refs, the NFL, the league, the NFL as the league, and everything else, and we truly earned the Super Bowl that we got like 10 times over. You see what I'm saying? But talk about Bob Quinn trusted in Amir Abdullah. It seemed that he trusted the process. Shout out to the Philadelphia 76ers. He trusted that the process that Martin Mayhew and Tom Lewine laid down, which were two disciples were in Matt Millen's cabinet when he was working here, and they was just an extension to Matt Millen, as you can tell by the horrible drafting that they did. But Bob Quinn chose to believe in what Martin Mayhew saw in Amir Abdullah. You know, he chose to believe in what Martin Mayhew saw in Jim Caldwell and his staff, which is perfectly fine by me. And he chose to believe in a lot of different things. He chose to believe in Eric Ebron, giving the fifth-year option to Ebron. He chose to believe in, you know, a lot of different things, you know. And, you know, and one of the things, he believed in a running game that has been pretty much, you know, I'm going to use a different term right here, constipated for years, you know what I'm saying? Through James Stewart, the last 1,000-yard rusher for the Lions, I believe, through Joique Bell, Kevin Jones, Kevin Smith. You get to just, you know, Reggie Bush, you know, he chose to believe in that process. You see what I'm saying? He said, oh, if I bring in 2 offensive linemen, you know, 3 offensive linemen plus, I think he drafted Taylor Decker, or whatever. Yeah, 3 offensive linemen. You know, the running game is going to get well. Well, no, it didn't, Mr. Bob Quinn. It didn't get any better. And these are the guys that you chose to pass up, but didn't choose to trade up for. Now, I would have been all for trading up for Leonard Fournette because he's the absolute truth. He is the running back that the Detroit Lions needed. You know, I understand if the price was hefty, but a guy that's that talented who's coming into the league as a top 5 back and not proven to be a top 5 back until he got injured, absolutely. He's a guy that, okay, we say the line is bad. And this guy and his running backs that can make a bad line look good. And his lines that make offensive line that can make a running back look good as well. But he's in Jacksonville, okay, and he sees an 8-man front every down because Blake Bortles is going to give you interceptions. If you put a monster like that in Leonard Fournette with the offense that Matthew Stafford has, you got a short yardage back. You got a back that's faster than Amir Abdullah, who can actually break runs off, and did 50-yard breakaway runs this season with Amir Abdullah longest is 36. And a guy that bring that much value to your team, and that could be an every down back. You could pair him with Theoretic to receive out the backfield to spell him. And you could have kept Abdullah on the roster as well because he's not making nothing. You know? And I know the price would have been hefty to trade up for Leonard Fournette. I feel you. Dalvin Cook was there for the Lions to take, who was proven to be his numbers early on was proven to be trending to be better than Leonard Fournette when you average in his receiving yards. You feel me? They passed up on on Dalvin Cook, who was slicing the dice in the Lions early this year. You know, a proven all-time rushing record holder for the Florida State Seminoles. Okay, he didn't run the best 40. That don't matter. Amir Abdullah didn't run the best 40. He wanted to run like 4.65 at 5'9". Okay, they passed up on him. All right. You know, McCaffrey, I'm not going to speak on him because he more in the mold of Amir Abdullah, you dig? Then you get to Joe Mixon, you know, who's sharing time and still doing pretty well behind one of the worst offensive line in the league in the Cincinnati Bengals. I understand he punched somebody, but his talent was undeniable. He could have been the number one running back off the board. But you say, oh, no, we want good character guys. Okay, I feel you. Go to the third round. Kareem Hunt, a guy that you personally went down there to work out. Bob Quinn, Jim Caldwell, Bob Cooter. Y'all went down there to work him out. You didn't see that talent? Yeah, I'm a frustrated Lions fan right now. You ain't see that talent? Well, we counted about 3 misses already. 4 misses, including Kareem Hunt. But you took Michael Roberts, a guy who can't even beat out Eric Ebron right now or beat out Daniel Fields, because the tight end position is not because Roberts don't have talent. The tight end position is one of the hardest positions to translate to. It takes a couple years to become a good tight end. Jimmy Graham didn't become a good tight end overnight. Shannon Sharp didn't either. But you take that Toledo Rocket, but didn't take this Toledo Rocket, Kareem Hunt? All right. Cool, you passed up on Kareem Hunt. All right. Alvin Kamara is killing it with New Orleans. This the 5th guy you done passed up. Alvin Kamara is killing it. Catch out the backfield and run between the tackles. Okay? That's 5 running backs I think I counted. Fournette, Cook, Mixon, Hunt, Kamara. Then you say, James Conner, I understand he had Hodgkin's lymphoma. I think it's a form of cancer. But he looked good running the ball when they give him opportunity to spell Le'Veon Bell. He looked good between the tackles. He can catch the ball. He can break away. He a 6'2" running back? Win the 3rd round. Look at here, Bob Cooter and Bob Quinn. Another one. Another miss. Then you go Samaje Perine, who got some time with the Redskins, who's at least a short yardage threat and can catch the ball out the backfield, one of Oklahoma's leading rushers. You pass up on him too. At least he would have solved your short yardage situation, but now he's taking on the bulkload of carries in the Redskins. He doing damn well. Then you go Aaron Jones for the Green Bay Packers. They got him in the 5th round. Killing it. Even without Aaron Rodgers, he was killing it till he got injured. So this guy that missed on 9 running backs, not including a couple more like Christian McCaffrey, I understand why they didn't get him. He missed on 9 running backs through 5 rounds. 5 running backs Bob Quinn missed on. 5 running backs Bob Cooter missed on. 5 running backs the scouting team that missed on. 5 running backs Jim Caldwell that missed on for Amir Abdullah.